is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of From the Tips. It's me, your boy, Brian, always joined by my co-host, Rick Landis. How we doing, good buddy?
I'm doing great. It's still light out, which is nice. I'm thinking it might still be light out when we're done, which is
That's a possibility.
It might have been happening already. I just didn't notice it, but I was just looking at my window while you were going through the little intro there, and it's still very bright out at 7:24 p.m. We're recording a little bit earlier, so
we are a smidge.
Have a little bit of effect on it, but yeah, I'm doing great.
I do enjoy it.
Had work today, so that kind of puts a damper on things.
Always.
But
work on a Monday puts a damper on pretty much.
Gotta make that bread, you know.
Gotta make the money somewhere, you know.
Yeah, it's not gonna be in golf, so I gotta do something else.
No, we can dream.
Yes, we can, and I will continue to dream.
Always good to have dreams. I do not judge.
I have a pretty active imagination, so
which is going to be very
in my
beneficial.
Dream state, I can do something, you know.
Exactly, and especially when you take that NyQuil.
Ooh, yes.
You have some vivid golf dreams.
Vivid golf dreams.
You imagine having like such a vivid dream where like you win the U.S. Open, and then you wake up and back to like your normal self, and you have to just go to work. Worst thing that happened to me last week was it was Tuesday. I woke up in the morning. For some reason, I dreamed about it being like a Friday or Saturday.
Ooh.
And I woke up and I was like, man, it's a Tuesday. Like, even if it was like a Wednesday or a Thursday, I could have dealt with that. Yeah. But it was a Tuesday. It was just Monday 2.0.
Yeah, but you know what's great about Tuesday is that's when people get to listen to us ramble on about golf stuff.
That's a very good point. That's a very good point.
And Tuesday, May 18th, which is tomorrow, everyone gets to celebrate National Cheese Souffle Day. That's a tough word to say.
You struggled there for
I did.
For
Cheese Souffle Day is May 18th. Big Tuesday this week for cheese souffle. I've never had cheese souffle.
Actually,
so I have no idea what that is.
I just love cheese.
Yeah, cheese is good, so I can't imagine that that's bad. May 19th, the next day, we have National Devil's Food Cake Day. I think, is that just chocolate cake? I don't
think so, at least. I don't know. I've honestly, another thing I've never had.
I thought it was like some sort of chocolate cake. I could be wrong, but cake's good, so we'll give that a shout out there. May 20th, we have a few things going on May 20th. We have National Be a Millionaire Day, so hopefully that works out for me this year.
Fingers crossed.
I think you have a holiday of your own that you're going to be celebrating on May 20th. What is that?
In fact, I do. So I'm going to a Phillies game. No, she's
not going to listen anyways.
No, she's not going to listen. She's not even listening right now. No, it is my girlfriend Ellie's birthday, so happy birthday to her. We are celebrating. I'm taking a half day at work so that we can hang out in the afternoon. Do a little lunch or something like that, and then we do actually have that Phillies game that night.
And then do something that Brian enjoys.
And then do something for me, because we gotta do something for me on her birthday. Duh.
I have to enjoy it as well.
Like, come on, it's got to be an enjoyable.
Just because I enjoy it a little bit more doesn't mean she doesn't enjoy it.
Hey, she's the one that asked if we could go.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I made it happen.
I'm sure. Yeah. And then May 21st, the following day, when Brian is recovering from his wallet being destroyed by the Phillies game of crab fries and beer, we have National Strawberries and Cream Day, as well as National Endangered Species Day. I saw that one. Just wanted to give that one a quick shout out because I like animals, so why not?
You know, if I recall correctly, well, my favorite animal is a panda. If I recall correctly, I think they're still on the endangered species list. So shout out to my pandas out there.
My favorite animal is it goes between multiple, but one of them is definitely the blue-footed booby.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Also, red pandas as well.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
They just look cool. They look like they just want to like hang out and like snuggle and be friends. I'm okay with that.
And I'm down for that.
I'm good with that. Like, if you want to be like, if there's a red panda listening right now, if you want to be homies, let's just make it happen.
I'm sure that random zookeepers just throw on our podcast for pandas to listen to.
In fact, most zookeepers are like, wow, this podcast is very therapeutic for our red panda population. So
it's like Lily's artwork and how I made
it. It is. It just calms them down. It does.
Man, birds just don't get you.
Birds just don't get you. If you don't know the episode, just look it up on How I Met Your Mother. It's on Hulu for the time being. Although they took The Office off Netflix, so basically anything is fair game to get removed from anything anymore. You figured The Office would stay on Netflix forever, but now it's gone. So anything could leave immediately. Yeah. You never know. But you know what won't leave? Golf. To move
Hopefully
on.
not.
What? Yeah, right. Fingers crossed. Goodness gracious. I'm gonna knock on. I'm gonna knock on wood there. Just be sure. We did have golf this last week, as we do in our PGA Super Season. There is going to be constant golf, which we love. We had the AT&T Byron Nelson, and KH Lee gets the W in this one. That was fun to watch.
Yeah, he does it in pretty dominant fashion too.
He was absolutely dotting up greens, especially on Sunday. Rick and I actually got to watch it, at least the finishing portions of Sunday together. And watching KH Lee just dissect this golf course, even after the weather delay, was honestly a treat. I mean, he was shooting so well pretty much all weekend, especially when you get into Saturday and Sunday. And then with the 6 under on Sunday, just really solidifying that he is going to win. You know, sometimes you'll see guys who end up winning with like a -2 or a -3 on Sunday just because they're trying to keep the lead they have and stay consistent. Now, KG was like, nah, I'm just going to absolutely dominate this golf course.
Just going to shoot 8 birdies.
I mean, obviously, do the wet conditions help as far as like being able to basically attack pins all day? Yeah, they do.
Doesn't help the putting though.
Doesn't help the putting, and it also doesn't help the shots from the fairway at all.
Yeah.
So if that's the only thing it helps, like I was thinking about that, I was like, it's kind of an advantage to have a wet green. You can just go straight up pin seeking all you want. I mean, these guys can. We obviously can't.
Very advantageous for the guys that are more of a pin seeking and shot shaping kind of player.
Yes.
As we kind of saw in the leaderboard, there wasn't necessarily too many long hitters that
wasn't power heavy. No.
Yeah, that weren't really at the top there. And Sam Burns had a chance, just couldn't really close it out with a solid finishing round.
And then in third, and I was kind of coached on how to say this on Sunday. Charles Schwartzel.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go with Kazire.
No.
That's a pretty.
I
cool
was not coached on that. I was coached. Yeah,
what a great last name.
Patton Kazir. Also, what a great first name, Patton.
Yeah,
kind of dig that first name.
Solid name leaderboard this week for sure.
Oh, that's absolute. And with KH Lee winning, I have this Yahoo Sports article. He had a 150 to 1 odds to win an event this year, and only one bettor had him for $1.
Oh, what did they win?
Let's see. They won $150.
Not bad.
They're taking all their stats. 'Cause I think Yahoo's like partnered with BetMGM, so they're taking like all their stats from that, not like the other sports books. Because I'm sure there's probably plenty of people that bet on them in other sports books, but on BetMGM Sportsbook, only one guy bet on him for $1.
My favorite part about that is they were like, you know what, he could win, but you know what, I'm not confident enough to bet more than $1.
Nope.
That's like what I do on sport on betting.
Oh
apps.
my god! Especially
I'm like,
golf.
You know what? $1.
I couldn't. The thing about golf betting is obviously we're terrible at it.
Yeah,
it's been proven. And then second, tough. It's so hard because literally anybody can have just an incredible weekend. Not even an incredible Thursday, Friday, but just make the cut and then have an absolutely exceptional Saturday, Sunday and win. Like we've seen it happen pretty much all season so far.
Yeah.
There are plenty of guys who are, I'm not going to say there were no names. There were basically no names who are just winning this year, which first off, I love that. Second off, it makes betting on golf so very hard.
Yeah. Well, if I'm not mistaken, KH Lee was supposed to be kind of a bigger name when he originally started playing, but then he had to go over and serve his 4 years in the military, which kind of screwed him up. And it seems to do that a lot with players from over there. He's Korean, is that correct?
Yeah, he's South Korean. So
and it's like part of their requirements, like they have to serve 4 years. So we see that a little bit with a few guys.
Yes, a lot of the South Korean golfers, sometimes it kind of messes with them because I think you can serve that at any time you want, like in
Yeah,
between a certain
Siwoo.
age gap. But like
Siwoo
Siwoo
is
Kim did that. Yeah.
well, no, he decided to kind of push it off. So
Yeah.
he has to
Like,
go do it at some point.
mhm.
But for right now, he's
Eventually he will have to leave and go serve
yeah.
his 4 years in the South Korean military, which, I find it weird, sure. But, if it's your culture, I get it. That's
Yeah,
all,
I
that's
mean,
all
that's how
good.
they do it over there. That's how
But
they do it.
I'm not here to judge. It's just, it kind of stinks for those guys, 'cause especially if like you're going to have some momentum on tour and then you got to take 4 years of your life and commit it to the military
Yeah.
and then attempt to come back. That's
Well, the
got to
other
be a
thing too is
momentum
the
killer.
military kind of changes your personality a little bit. Like, think about it.
Yeah, it does.
If you have someone like who's always in a good mood, like if you have like a Kevin Kisner or something like that,
Mhm.
who has to go serve 4 years in the military, he's not going to be the same person when he comes back. He's going to be horrible because half of his game is just being relaxed and not really worrying about anything.
Yeah, that's like, especially for, and I'm not really quite sure about how KH Lee's mental game is, but like,
Yeah.
yeah, say he's someone that needs to be relaxed to play well.
Well, I'll tell you how KH Lee's mental game is. It's solid because if
Yeah,
you watched him
obviously,
if you remember watching him walk up 18 after his approach shot,
not
he
even
could
faced.
have done whatever he wanted to. Like he could have taken an aggressive shot. He had a 2-stroke lead at the time, I think, maybe a 3.
Mhm.
And he could have taken either an aggressive route right towards the pin, which, like we said, was very possible with how wet it was. He could have taken the safe route or the super safe route. He took the safe route. He landed right in the middle of the green. All he needed to do was 2-putt, and that's exactly what he did. That to me shows so much more than anything like him shooting 25 under on the weekend, because so many guys were in the 20s that
Mhm.
it's not like super impressive. It's not like that week that Dustin Johnson shot 30 under and the next closest
Yeah.
person was at like 20 under.
Yeah.
There was a lot of people kind of around where he was at. I mean, a little bit farther behind, but just the fact that he was able to make that kind of decision and not kind of let it get farther out of hand than it needed to be.
Mhm. So from T3, from 1 to T3, all shot at least 20 under. And then the rest were 19 under or worse. Yeah, the course seemed to play pretty easy at Craig Ranch, TPC Craig Ranch, there in Texas. I don't think it was easy. I just think the weather conditions kind of helped them with things
Yeah.
being, not as like dry on the course pretty much throughout the weekend. Because obviously, trying to putt and stay on a dry green is just no bueno. But speaking about drying the greens, I saw this video on Sunday when they had the weather delay. They were like squeegeeing
Yeah.
the greens like it was a windshield at a gas station. I gotta ask, do you think it was like a rubber band scenario, like what you see on the car window squeegee, or was like a roller? I couldn't really tell from the
I would
video.
assume it was probably a roller. I would think a squeegee would mess up
It would mess up the grass,
the
right?
grass. Yeah. So
But I
I would
didn't
assume
see
it's
like a
probably just a
wheel. It was
roller.
fascinating, truly.
Yeah, I don't know. It was really cool though to see them just like pushing the water out of the way, and then the thing that was cracking me up was they were doing all this work to push the water out of the way, and then they would putt, and the ball would still just stop.
Yep.
Like it
Well,
wouldn't.
I
It
mean, what
wouldn't
are you
really.
gonna do? It's
Yeah.
literal water inside of the ground. There's
I was
almost no
surprised that
winning that.
they decided to let them keep playing with how much water there was on the course after
I'm
the rain delay.
surprised too. I just don't think they wanted to move the minimal golf that was left to play in the day to Monday.
Well, that and also the fact that we have the PGA coming up this week, and a lot of the guys in the field were in this tournament. So if you push it off to Monday, then that throws off these guys' entire schedule and already gives an advantage to the guys that didn't play this week.
And even their travel schedule, not just like their training
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Like,
the guys that didn't play this week already have a practice round in Monday, and these guys are traveling on Monday after the tournament.
Exactly.
Throws it off completely. So there's a few reasons I can see why they did it. It's a little strange to me, but I guess with the tournament before the PGA, you're not really too worried about who wins, why they win, what the weather conditions are.
Yeah, no, probably not. No.
But KH Lee's happy about it. He doesn't care.
Absolutely.
He got a win under his belt. That's all that matters.
That is true. And to continue on the conversation about the weather delay, I sent a video to Rick. If you wanna watch it, it's on the Scratch Instagram channel. It's this guy named Mike, who was the horn guy to signal when the weather delay was over. Man, they had the
Mike
camera
is
on
looking
him.
for a job if anyone knows.
Mike most certainly got fired. So they have the camera on him because he's supposed to, ring in that the weather delay is over. They have the camera on him for at least 45 seconds, and he's looking at his stopwatch or something, and he's waiting. He holds it up, he puts it back down. He holds it up, he holds it there for a bit. He waits. Hits like a small 2-squeeze, like just a 2-squeeze horn. I was like, first of all, if you're gonna make us wait in anticipation for that long, blast the thing.
Make it
okay?
aggressive.
Make it aggressive. They're on the broadcast like 3, 2, 1, go. Go, Mike.
Yeah.
It's your time to shine, Mike. Come on.
Mike's looking for a job if anyone knows.
Mike got fired.
If anyone knows anyone hiring for horn
operators.
Blower.
Yeah. Horn blowers.
He
That's
has
a job
experience.
title, right?
He has experience. He's not great, but
No,
he has experience.
But he has experience in doing so.
He can be trained.
What kind of resume would you need for like a horn blower? Like expertise in pressing of buttons?
I think what I think they should do is if they have a weather delay, they should pick a random fan that's at the tournament and let them be the person that blows the horn.
Agreed, but then I think it would almost be the stark opposite of our boy Mike. He would someone would be too excited.
Yeah.
And just be like, someone's backswing is, ha! And it's like, oh God, I'm so sorry.
Exactly. We need that.
We need absolute carnage at all times, just chaos reigning on the PGA Tour.
PGA Tour, hire me for your marketing group.
You want chaos? Rick will bring the chaos.
Oh,
what was that one Instagram meme that was kind of circulating around like a couple months ago, like the XGA, the Extreme Golf Association?
Oh yeah, Extreme Golfers Association.
Oh, I gotta look this up on Instagram.
John Daly as the
John Daly. Yeah, hold on, I gotta look this up on it because the meme's got to be somewhere. I have entire faith in my meme catalog.
I can almost guarantee you that the ratings on that would be double,
astronomical. I think I would probably watch it.
I would watch it over the PGA Tour. 100%.
I would watch it over the PGA Tour. No offense to PGA Tour, we love you and everything.
I'll watch the majors, but normal weeks, no. I'm watching the Extreme PGA with John Daly as the commissioner.
Yeah, seriously. I gotta come on. Where are the posts? Give me the posts. What in
struggling?
I am. I might have to go to Google for this.
Oh, you're not on Google right now?
No, I was on Instagram to see if I could.
Why would you go to Instagram to try to find something that was circulating months ago?
Because it might still, be there. I don't know. You can dream.
How fast did you find it on Google?
All right, I don't want to hear it. Okay, because I have it now. So the XGA, Extreme Golfers Association, rules: no dress code, alcohol is permitted during play, fans allowed to make noise at all times. OB shots result in a loss of one club, which I think would be the most hysterical part.
That's amazing.
Double bogeys or worse result in a golfer having to shotgun a beer, and John Daly is the commissioner. I mean, I feel like that's something that hones itself to your amateur golfers, because I think it'll be more interesting TV to watch.
I think what we should do is if people ever start sharing our stuff like we ask them to,
right,
and we get our own tournament eventually, we model it after that.
Yeah. The loss of one club thing, I think, would just absolutely destroy me.
I think we should include that in the RBGA this year. Whenever we
get a ball goes OB, you have to lose a club.
Whenever we get that,
I'd be out of clubs by hole 12. What do you do when you're out of clubs?
You can always have your putter and your driver.
Could I option out the driver?
No.
I don't want that thing.
Your driver and your putter stay in your bag permanently. Everything else.
Oh my gosh.
If the ball goes out of bounds,
hard.
You have to get rid of one of them.
What do you have to do to buy back a club? I feel like we should have a buyback option.
A birdie.
You have to birdie to buy back a club.
A birdie buys back a club.
Okay, for our game specifically though, could it be a par to buy back a club? Because I don't par much.
We'll see.
I'm a consistent bogey guy.
We're all getting better, so I don't know if we can.
We're gonna have to see how week 1 of the RBGA goes.
Whenever we get that started.
Yeah, whenever that starts up. I feel like post vacation We'll do that. Yeah. But now that we got off track with the whole XGA thing, although I think it's about golf, so we're allowed. Thank you very much. Fine. I'm just saying.
Yeah, not that we don't, because we don't get off track about other things.
No, never. Yeah. When have we ever gotten off track about other stuff, Rick? Huh? Never heard of cheese souffle in my life. Not once. To move forward with more golf stuff. Actually, a lot of women's golf content coming your way, so buckle up for that. So in Golf Week's She Bombs It article, which, by the way, incredible name, Chloe Kovaleski, a 14-year-old female golfer, is the youngest golfer to qualify for the U.S. Women's Open. This year, she qualified at 14 years old, being the youngest one. Is 76th U.S. Women's Open. Qualified on May 11th at Banyan Cay Resort and Golf in West Palm Beach, Florida. 2 rounds of 70 is how she qualified. I mean, 2 rounds of 1 under, like as a 14-year-old?
Yeah.
I can't even get into the 80s consistently, and you're just ripping out 70s right now?
Yeah, good for her. She's competing with our guy from last week or 2 weeks ago. Our man Lev Grinberg.
Oh yeah, how
do we have an
update on how Lev's doing?
I don't know. I'll see if I can find it while you continue with this story.
Right. So she apparently has been golfing from like a really young age. Apparently at 5, the Kovalevskis moved to Boca Woods Country Club after Chloe outgrew the backyard net that they had at their former home. Her dad, Richard, tried to build a putting green in the backyard, but Tina, the wife and mother, didn't want Chloe playing in the dirt while it filled in. It wasn't long before an artificial green was with 6 holes was built to keep young Chloe occupied. The family's chocolate lab, Charlie, grew up with Chloe, always eager to retrieve golf balls. That is adorable, by the way.
That is adorable.
That is super cute. Yes, but 14 years old and qualifying for the U.S. Women's Open. She is graduating high school in 2025, and she's currently ranked 939th in the World Amateur Golf Rankings on the female side.
That's insane.
That is insane. Okay. She's within the top 1,000 at age 14, which is ridiculous.
Here's a question for you. We're not at the 2 Man Skramble yet, but I got a question for you.
Right.
I like to get off track, as you can tell. Do you think anything in the world you're in the top 1,000?
In
anything in the world that you do on a regular basis, like amount of beers drank per day, do you think that you're in the top 1,000 in the world? Like,
I don't, because that's
literally anything.
You want to know what? Amount of cheesesteaks eaten in a lifetime.
Okay.
I might be within the top 1,000 of that one, because you got to remember that's a very regional thing.
Yeah.
Like consistent cheesesteak eaters. And then you got to think people don't put down like 2 cheesesteaks a week like I do.
That's fair.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking I might be
2 cheesesteaks a week. Good for you.
Not always, but like, you know, you got to get one on Friday. And if I'm home on Saturday, like I'm going to get one on Saturday, you know, I treat myself on the weekends, you know.
Treat yourself.
I treat myself. What about you? Do you think you're in the 1,000th in the world at anything?
Oh, geez.
It's such a hard concept.
That's what I'm saying. There's so many people in the world, and just the fact that she's 12?
14.
A 14-year-old girl is the top 1,000 in anything, and I wouldn't even put myself in the top 1 million of anything in the world.
I know, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Most amount of nasal spray used, I don't know.
Like, that is quite possibly a thing. You might be. That's like a multiple times a day thing for you.
Yeah. That might be it. I don't know. That's kind of depressing. I might just go cry myself to sleep tonight now. Why did we have to talk about that?
Don't before you go to bed, don't forget to use your nasal spray, because you got to be able to breathe.
Oh, don't worry, I won't. I can't breathe without it.
Oh my God. I'm trying to think of anything else like that's like anywhere close to being like athletic related. Dang, like,
oh, I don't even know about athletic related. I'm not even close.
Yeah, no, I'm not even
bottom 0.01% of anything athletic related.
I don't even know. if we're talking about like the amount of beers drank worldwide, I might not even be within the top 10,000 considering the amount of drinkers in the world.
Just based on age alone.
Just based on age and how long drinking has been around for. Yeah. I would like to know who is though. I'd like to meet that guy.
What the most amount of beers drank over a lifetime is?
Yeah, like who's the guy that reached that pinnacle and just never knew it?
Yeah.
He was just the town alcoholic.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's probably some like moonshine runner from like the 1920s.
Probably, yeah.
Who just was constantly drunk. Like he actually didn't know water existed. He thought you had turned into moonshine. Like he was some sort of redneck Jesus.
Yeah.
Where he made that water into moonshine. Maybe he just kept forgetting that water didn't have to get turned into alcohol, so he just kept drinking the alcohol.
Maybe. I don't know.
How quickly would you die without drinking water and drinking straightly alcohol?
I think water you can go a month without.
That's insanity.
Food I think is 2 weeks. Water is a month, I want to say.
You have to remember there is water in alcohol.
It's flip-flopped, I think.
Okay, so I
think water is like a few weeks and food is like a month or something like that.
So you're telling me that like technically speaking, I could go a month without food?
I think so.
I'd be a miserable person to be around.
I think everybody would be a miserable
Yeah, I think everybody would. I if you're like all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed on week 3 of not eating, I don't know if I want to like know you.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that might.
I don't think I could trust you.
That might be your psychopathic killer trait.
Exactly.
Everyone has one of those.
Everybody does.
I don't know. I don't know why you would find that out. Yeah, everyone has one of those. I forget what it's called. It's like there's a name for it that people use. Like everyone has like that one thing that hints to them like having like I don't know.
Is it called working in retail ever in your life? I mean, half those people want to commit homicide. I mean, that's just a fact.
I don't know how people work in retail.
I don't know how you do it either. Oh my god!
Before we stop talking about golf for too long, anybody that's listening, if you think you're in the top 1,000 of anything in the world, please let us know what you think it is, because I'm very curious if anyone thinks they are in the top 1,000 of anything in the world.
And I want to like debate it too. I want to be like, in what world do you think that out of the 7 billion people that inhabit this planet, you're in the top 1,000?
Here's what we're gonna do. I haven't talked to Brian about this because this just came up. But what we're going to do is anyone listening right now, if you think you're in the top 1,000 of anything in the world, message us on Instagram and let us know what you think it is. In 2 weeks, because next week our episode's going to be kind of weird because we're going away. In 2 weeks, we'll have you on the 2 Man Skramble segment, and you can plead your case as to why you think you're in the top 1,000 of that thing.
I like this. Bring the fans to the podcast. I like that.
Let us know.
I like that.
DM us. We'll do it at like separate times. So we'll record at other times whenever's like better for other people.
Whenever you're available to do a little mini Zoom interview
on a Monday, it probably isn't going to work for everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
So DM us and let us know, and we'll have you on the 2 Man Skramble segment. Anyway, back to the LPGA.
Yes. So she has qualified for the U.S. Women's Open, which is super cool at 14 years old, being the youngest to do so. To move forward with the LPGA, Michelle Wie West, pretty much an LPGA legend at this point, even took a step away from golf to have a family and came back, still a legend. She has a hashtag Hoodie for Golf campaign, which is raising awareness for the LPGA and women's sports, which we've been basically crying for this entire time. I don't know why she didn't contact us. That's a bit rude. Whatever. Yes, but it's inspired by the WNBA's hashtag Orange Hoodie campaign to draw attention to their league. She kind of saw that and was like, hey, I'm going to do something similar. So now they're kind of partnering together with that. Also, thankfully, even like to further in more and make it even bigger, her husband, Johnny West, is the director of basketball operations for the Golden State Warriors. There's about 7 Golden State Warriors players wearing the hoodie off the flight when they landed to play their next game. And like the LPGA like saw the saw the pictures on the Warriors Twitter feed and reposted it, and it's getting a lot of like circulation. So it's basically to raise awareness for women's golf and women's sports. All the proceeds from the sales of the limited edition hoodies will benefit the LPGA Renee Powell Fund and the Clearview Legacy Foundation. The Powell Fund provides needs-based grants to LPGA and USGA girls golf programs to increase participation by girls in Black communities through access, instruction, equipment, and additional resources. And I'm trying to figure out what the legacy program does. It doesn't say actually what that.
It's in
does.
the next paragraph down. I'm on the same thing. The Clearview Legacy Foundation.
Yes.
I think it pretty much does the same thing, if I'm understanding correctly. They don't elaborate too much on that. But basically it's to support the growth of golf in Black communities, other communities, just in general, growing the game of women's golf. So if you're rich and you have $75 to spend on a sweatshirt, go ahead and support. I was going to buy one, and then I saw that it was $75 and I just can't afford that.
Yeah, no, $75 is a lot for a sweatshirt, pretty much in general, for whatever it's supporting or not supporting. That's a lot of money to front for a sweatshirt. Although the sweatshirt is absolutely badass. I love the pink and blue kind of cotton candy tie-dye situation they got going on here. Also really cool that a bunch of PGA players like got a free one in the mail. And they like are all wearing it and stuff. Cause when the WNBA did their #orange hoodie thing, it was really important that NBA players got behind it, and they did. So during that campaign, they got 16.4 thousand mentions on Twitter and more than 623 million potential impressions, while LeBron James, Trae Young, and Naomi Osaka were among those who would sport the hoodie during their NBA travels and things like that, get pictures taken with the hoodie on there. The amount of athletes that have been wearing the LPGA hoodie spans from the tour to Major League Baseball to the NFL, the WNBA, the NBA. And those are the ones that are documented so far as like people, like athletes wearing it. So that's super cool.
Yeah, I mean, when you have someone as popular and good as Michelle Wee West endorsing it, it's going to get names, it's going to get looks. Mm-hmm. And like you said about her, you said her husband,
right? Yeah,
is part of the Warriors organization. There was a picture also on this article of Damian Lee walking in wearing the sweatshirt. So it seems like it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. Hopefully they get a lot of money raised, and hopefully it helps keep growing the game. Like I said, if it was a little bit cheaper, I would definitely buy one.
I would have one already.
I was looking at the article before I even looked at the price, and I was like, you know what? If this is under $50, I'll do it, because like obviously we want to keep supporting that and everything like that. But 75 is just a little bit too much for a sweatshirt as far as the amount of money that I make during the week. I can't really afford a $75 sweatshirt.
No, not at all. But yeah, that's a really cool movement. And then a second very cool movement in the women's game right now. Here's a little bit of backstory before we get into what actually happened. So, start from the beginning. So the women's NCAA championship, so the college championship, decided to cancel the regionals in Baton Rouge without one shot being played because of rain and standing water on the course. They said that the course was playable, but not at championship level, whatever the hell that means. So basically, all these girls that showed up and are trying to compete to get through regionals and get to the national championship no longer can do so, and all those teams would not be able to advance to the national championship, which is absolutely outrageous. They fought all season to get there. There's seniors that are trying to make it there, and you're going to just straight up pull the rug out from under them. And what even makes it more frustrating is when you see the pictures that were posted by people that were there of the golf course. It is in perfectly fine condition. Are some of the bunkers a little bit wet with some water in it? Yes. You could get a shop vac from the Walmart down the street, vacuum that bad boy out, you're good to go. Or you can make a rule change where if they end up in like a body of water that you consider ground unplayable, they can pick it and move it. wow, big thing that happens on the PGA Tour. It's like kind of one of the rules. Big shock. So the cool part about it, before I start complaining too much, is that Barstool Sports saw this and was like, that's absolutely outrageous. We have the money to do something about it. So they did. What they ended up doing was basically a tournament. It's called the what's it called? The Let Them Play Classic. Yeah. Pretty much hosted by Barstool Sports to let these girls play. Let them have the tournament they want. Is it going to be NCAA regulated? That's kind of still up in the air, according to Twitter posts from one of the people running it. Ironically, it looks like we're just waiting for the NCAA to sign off. I have a course. I have hotels. We're planning to cover expenses. We just need to ensure the girls won't get penalized or violate any compliance rules, and we need to know fast. So they're literally doing everything in their power, even trying to cooperate with the NCAA and all of their regulations or whatnot.
Make it legit.
To make it happen for literally all these schools: Oregon State, Houston, Miami, North Texas, Purdue, Mississippi State, Tulsa, Sam Houston State, Kennesaw State, East Tennessee State, Jacksonville State, and Quinnipiac. And then several individuals who are like kind of sponsored by their college, but their college doesn't have like a golf team.
Yeah.
That's the amount of people that will benefit from this. And unfortunately, they're still waiting kind of on the okay from the NCAA. I don't know if they ever actually got it, but they did say that it is a go. So they're playing at Whirlwind Golf Course. And I don't really have too much information more on it. Yeah, but like the amount of people that got in on this, that even the Thunderbirds, got it. And like, that's the Thunderbirds, like the naval, like sector, right? Okay. For funding and a venue, Mississippi State and Purdue played a big role in it as well, I believe, for funding. And it's really cool that these girls are going to get the tournament that they wanted. And if it is a go, I'm assuming the NCAA has given them the thumbs up to have it go on. I don't know if this is specifically going to also be a regional tournament, like if they do well and would qualify, if they're going to nationals or not. I don't know the specifics there. But
I don't know.
Something that's really cool.
Two things. One, Barstool never misses. That's confirmed.
They never
I don't know. Like, they're
so good.
Yeah. Dave Portnoy, shout out to him.
There's a reason he's a billionaire.
Yeah.
There really is. There's a reason he's a billionaire.
Never misses. So good on them for making this happen. We love to see it. Two, question for you. How do you think this plays out if this is a men's tournament?
How so?
Like, do you think they consider it completely unplayable and just cancel the whole thing like they did with the women? Or do you think they let them play?
You know, what sucks is I think they let them play, which I think is the worst part about this. And I think that's why it's so outrageous. Because if it was a men's tournament, you would let them play. Mm-hmm. Let's be honest, they would have. But for whatever reason, that it's different for the girls' game. And it's wild because the amount of eyes on female golf right now is astronomical. It's more than maybe has ever been.
Yeah.
Pretty much, especially when you add now the college game has all these eyes on it. And like Barstool is doing, I think, more for them than they even know almost.
Yeah, 100%.
Because of the fact that, Barstool's a worldwide company.
Yeah.
And now all these eyes are on a women's college golf tournament.
Yeah.
That's incredible. It's going to be incredible for the growth of the female game. It's going to get a lot of girls to see it and go, hey, I could play golf. Yeah. And they go out and play golf. They become like the Tiger Woods of the female game. And now the LPGA is gaining. And, it's what we've been crying for like 5 episodes now. So, the fact that we're not involved in this kind of rude, but it is what it is. Whatever. But also we can't afford the $75 sweatshirt. So there's that on top of that. So man, Dave Portnoy do not miss. He don't.
Yeah.
He does not. In the heat of battle, he don't miss.
He don't miss. Huh. You know who also doesn't miss? Brooks Koepka. You see that? You see that little thing going on today? Brooks posted his lefty swing, grinding on it. It's looking good. I don't know.
Why though?
What do you mean?
Like just for giggles or
Brooks?
Yeah, his lefty swing
for his match.
Oh right, yes.
Yeah,
I totally forgot about that. That was still going on. I got so distracted by everything else.
Yeah, I don't know why he's doing that when he has the PGA this week. Maybe
I feel like
maybe he's just like doing that in between. Maybe he's just doing that in between his practice sessions. You know, it would be cool
if he
was just like dominating and he just pulled out the lefty in the middle of the tournament. That would be amazing.
Stripe shows one.
That would be amazing. He has like a 4-stroke lead going into like 16, and he's just like, you know what? Screw it, and he just goes lefty on 17. I would be so ecstatic if that happened. That would be amazing.
I wouldn't do it out of the tee box. What I would do is if I'm in that situation and I pipe one down the fairway and I have like a 100-yard approach,
like a wedge,
pulling out the lefty,
sure wedge,
pulling out the lefty.
Oh my god!
The 14th club in the bag is a lefty 56 degree.
Yeah, that's the story of the week. If that happens,
that is the story of the week. I need
that to happen right now.
The BDE from that moment would be incredible.
Oh jeez, yeah,
it'd be incredible.
Speaking of the PGA Championship, that's what we got coming up.
Yes, it is.
Let's talk about it.
All righty. So I have a CBS Golf article here with about 10 different storylines for this tournament. We're going to kind of run through the ones that kind of caught my eye here. So the first one, literally the first one. Oh, geez. Something.
Did you get a random ad?
Yeah, it's playing random ads. Did you hear any of that?
No, I didn't.
Okay, great. I didn't know if
was it an explicit ad that we don't want?
No, it was like it was a Infinity car commercial.
Oh, okay. We're not on an illegal website.
no illegal. Just ESPN, unless you want to consider that illegal. I don't know. Now I gotta go back to the page. Oh my goodness. I hate it when the ads play without you doing anything. It's like, dude, come on.
I don't want an Infinity. I can't afford an Infinity.
I can't afford
Stop showing it to me.
Right now? I don't want it. Oh my goodness. Now I gotta the wheels have fallen off.
The wheels have fallen off.
Here we go.
While you get that up. Okay.
Oh, there you got something? Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna go through the power rankings while you were pulling that up, but we can
all right, I got it right here. First thing, Spieth's slam. Since January 1st, nobody in the world has played better golf than Jordan Spieth. Argue, but whatever. He has one PGA Tour victory to show for it, but if you're a strokes gained nerd, like this guy apparently, then you know another one may be coming. There are just 2 golfers who are averaging over 2 strokes gained per round this calendar year. Spieth at 2.2 and Daniel Berger at 2.1. Spieth comes in off a nice top 10 at the AT&T Byron Nelson and will make his 5th run at the career Grand Slam. So basically, that highlighted the fact that Spieth could do the Grand Slam this week, which would be cool, and the time is right considering his momentum.
Yeah.
The time is absolutely right for this. I would love for it to happen.
Weekend.
However, our buddy Phil has requested that we say that he can't do it.
So that he can.
So that he does.
Okay.
So Jordan
Spieth has no chance this week.
0 chance. He's actually like one of the worst golfers I've ever seen.
He didn't play that great last week. I mean, T9. No. Come on,
dude.
Come on.
Top 5 or no dice.
You shot like 18 under. Come on.
I shoot better than Jordan Spieth.
Do better.
I mean, come on. Dude, be better.
Loser.
Be better. All right.
Loser.
So now that you can loser, so now that you can lock that bet in there, Phil, go right ahead. To move forward, I love the title of this section. Where art thou, DJ?
He's still in Dubai. Was that where he was playing?
Yeah, so he's still number 1 in the world, but he has a worse strokes gained number than Cameron Tringali, Chris Kirk, Charlie Hoffman, and Abraham Answer.
Oh, no.
He does not have a top 10 since the Genesis Invitational in February. He missed the cut at the Masters and is coming into this week after a late withdrawal from last week's AT&T Byron Nelson. Yowza.
Sitting at 17 in the power rankings.
Yowza. Yeah, no, I'm not expecting DJ to be in top form here.
No. Definitely not.
I don't want to say because he's Dustin Johnson. He can really turn it on whenever he wants to. We've seen it.
Yeah.
I don't see him competing though. Like maybe a top 10, sure. I don't see him there on Sunday in the final group.
I see top 20 from him this week. I see him playing some really solid rounds of golf, but I see other guys playing significantly better this week.
No, I can absolutely see that.
There's too many guys that are riding too much momentum right now, and as much as he can turn it on whenever he needs to, guys like Rory, guys like Jordan, these guys
playing way better right now,
and week in and week out, playing consistently the past few weeks. Well, I guess Rory just getting that win, not really playing consistently the past few weeks, but just playing well and being there and having that little bit of competitiveness that they've been playing with. I think that's going to give them a little bit of an edge this week.
Okay. Yeah. No, I totally agree with you there. Next point here is actually about the course itself. I find this really interesting, so I'm excited to see your response there. So the Ocean course is the one that they're playing. When McIlroy won in 2012, he finished at 13 under, but nobody else was better than 5 under. And this is on a course that played to a par 72. If they push that number down, you would have had just one player under par. The key, as with most Oceanside courses, is the wind. It howled in the second round in 2012, and 74-75 was a great score. If it does not howl like that this year, then sure, we could see a traditional PGA Championship scores. But if it does, then the volcano-like green complexes, jutted out water hazards, and insane length of Kiowa, plays, by the way, 7,900 yards, should mean that the 1991 Ryder Cup is not the only war on the shore at this golf course. I kind of want it to play nasty. I really want this course to just get the better of these guys. It's the PGA Championship. I need that.
I want it to be the exact opposite of this week.
Yes, agreed.
This week's cut was -5. That's insane.
That is pure insanity.
Like our guy, well, my guy, I'm sure you like him too, though. Harry Higgs shoots 5 under on Thursday and Friday, doesn't even make the cut. Like, that's insane. That you can have a tournament like that, and then you can have other tournaments like where
the cut is
the US
plus
Open,
2,
like the US Open last year, where Bryson was the only person to shoot under par and he shot 6 under. Yeah. Like, I mean, it's great because, like, obviously it keeps us on our toes and we're not watching the same thing happening every week. But like, to me, that's just absolutely insane. I do really want to see that, though. I would love to go from a week where the winner shoots 25 under to the winner shoots 5 over. That would be amazing. A 30 shot difference.
Yeah, that would be first off, that'd be incredible. Second off, I love watching a golf course beat really good golfers. Like, I love that.
Yeah.
So if we're going to get a bunch of Oceanside wins and the golf ball's going to be going everywhere, there's hundreds of balls going OB, there's guys gaining strokes off the tee everywhere, and you have to get it done. Yeah, losing strokes off the tee everywhere, and you have to shape your shots right. You have to almost overanalyze everything that you do. I'm gonna love every second of that. And if the winner is like 1 under to win it, that's an incredible PGA Championship. I just love watching golf courses beat up on these guys because you see these guys do literally anything they want with a golf ball and a golf club on grass, and it's just sometimes it's like, okay, we get it. You're gonna drive onto the fairway, you're gonna chip onto the green, you're probably gonna have 2 feet for a birdie. Oh no, you missed it pro side over top. Oh, you tapped in for the par. Let's move on to the next hole. No.
Yeah,
I want tee shot, water, second shot from sand somewhere, just like off the green, chip on, blew back into your face by a gust of wind, the likes of which only Poseidon himself could have thrown upon you. Hits you in the forehead. Is that a penalty because it hits your body? We got to get the rules official out now. We don't know what's happening. That's what I need.
Okay. Okay.
Carnage.
Absolute carnage. I love it. I love carnage. I love chaos. Yeah, I'm there for it. I love watching golf courses beat the crap out of people. And if that's what happens, I know if that's what the plan is for this week. If that's what they're predicting, I know who my pick is for the winner.
Ooh, okay, okay. I do have one more thing to go over here because it is your boy, and we got to talk about him. This part is called Battered Brooks. So it says here, Brooks Koepka has owned this tournament over the last 5 years. He lost to 19 total golfers from 2015 to 2019, winning 2 PGAs in that span of time before backing down the board in the final round at TPC Harding Park in August when Morikawa went on to win. Koepka finished T29 after flirting with the lead late on Saturday afternoon last fall, but T29 might be a Herculean ask this week. His torn up knee has not allowed him to squat down and read putts, which seems, fairly important when it comes to major championship golf. It's extremely unlikely that he wins the golf tournament this week, but given his pedigree and recent success at majors, 4 wins in his last 13 tries, he always has to be considered a threat. And I agree with that. It's a major, and it's
Yeah.
Brooks Koepka. He is a threat. He
Yeah.
could not have both knees. He could not have the ability to walk if he is golfing and it is a major. Brooks Koepka is a threat.
Yeah. I see a
100%
top
hands
10
down.
out of him this week. I don't see him
a
winning,
top
but
5 out of him.
I don't see a win, but I see at least a top 10 out of him this week, which I'm excited about because I'm excited to see him back in the conversation.
I straight up see him. I see a top 5. I see him barely making the cut, having one of the greatest
Saturday.
And having just an incredible Saturday and like a good follow-up Sunday, but just he didn't have enough from Thursday and Friday to get into first.
Gotcha.
So that's why I see a top 5 there. Just because he's coming off sitting for a bit.
Yeah.
I still think he makes the cut. I just think
he played this
golf,
week. He just didn't make the cut.
Yeah. I don't see the exceptional golf happening until Saturday and Sunday, which it will.
Yeah.
It's just you have to wonder how far back will he be.
He had the extra 2 days this week, so hopefully that works in his advantage because he missed the cut at 3 under.
Agreed. Agreed.
Hopefully he shows up next week.
Who do you have winning this one?
I have the man who I'm not going to say should have won because obviously Hideki played his butt off in the Masters, but the person who I think almost every single person that isn't from Japan was cheering for, and that's Will Zalatoris.
Yeah, no, I was going to say Will Zalatoris too. I'm going back-to-back youth. I want Colin Morikawa last year. I want Will Zalatoris this year.
I don't see Morikawa winning. He hasn't been in the conversation enough. I mean, obviously he has won here last year and he's going to be trying to defend it. It's really hard to defend though. So I don't see a win coming out of him this week, even though I would enjoy that. I would enjoy seeing him pull out another win.
Oh, absolutely.
But I see Zalatoris winning. He has a good strategy. He knows where he needs to miss. He knows how good or bad of a position he's going to be in if he does miss and where he misses. I just see him doing nothing crazy. I don't see him doing anything crazy, which I see everybody else trying to do. I'm looking at the top 3 right now in the power rankings. I see Rory trying to hit it too far. I see Bryson trying to hit it too far. Both of those not going to work out for him.
Especially if it's windy.
Yeah. Victor Hovland probably going to play pretty good. I would like to see a Victor Hovland win. I see a top 15, top 10 out of him. I don't see him winning because he does have those days where, what was that one tournament? He shot like an 8 on a hole just because he made a really poor decision trying to shoot out of a spot. So
he's still a bit immature in that sense.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't necessarily see it out of him. But I just think Will has a good head on his shoulders, and with how he did play at the Masters and feeling how it felt being that close, I can't imagine having that feeling and going into the next major being like, what if I win this one? Like, how much better is it going to feel if I don't walk away with second in this major?
Right. Yeah. Agreed.
I think he's coming to play, and I think he's gonna show up and surprise a lot of people.
For sure. Yeah. Will Zalatoris, odds to win 50-1 right now.
He's 20th in the power rankings.
He is 20th in the power rankings. Colin Morikawa 30-1 odds to win. Right on, man. Right on. All righty. So into our favorite portion of the pod, that would be Two Man Skramble time. All right. Where'd it go? Where'd you go? There you are. All righty. So we got some questions fielded from our loyal listeners. First up, who's the next guy you want to see get their first tour win? We've had a lot of firsts this year. I think we've had about 4 or 5 first tour wins this year, which is awesome. I'm trying to think who I want to be the next first time tour winner. And I'm kind of leaning the way of Harry Higgs.
Yeah,
I am. I'm leaning Harry Higgs' way. He's a Philly guy. I don't know if is he a South Jersey or is he like from the Philly area? I think he's from
the Philly area.
I think he's around like the Nova area if I'm not mistaken. So he's a local guy. Always love to support local dudes. Also just like good personality. And I don't think he has any tour wins if I'm not mistaken.
No, I don't believe so.
I think on the Corn Ferry he's got a couple, but
yeah.
But also has Jason Kokrak won yet?
That one I don't. He might have won once. If I don't know though, to be 100%.
Yeah, he's got one tour win. Yeah.
Okay.
He's got 7 professional wins actually. Good for him.
Yeah, good for him.
My goodness. Alrighty, let's. Yes, Harry Higgs. No wins on tour yet. Corn Ferry won 2 professional tour wins, none on tour yet. Just honestly, really cool character to follow. He's a funny dude. He's kind of like Victor Hovland, just a little like less kind of in the spotlight because Victor's been followed since he was at Oregon State. Like the man's been followed aggressively throughout his entire career. Harry Higgs kind of flying under the radar a little bit, but a really great personality to follow, especially if you follow his Instagram. The dude's hysterical, and he's one of Rick's favorite golfers. So I would like a Harry Higgs win. I'm aiming that way.
I like that.
Mm-hmm. What about you? Where are you leaning, my friend?
I'm trying to see. I don't think he has a win. No, he does not have a win on the PGA Tour. One guy that I would like to see get his first win. Hopefully, I'm not messing this up. Then he actually does have a win. Harold Varner III.
Yes, that's a good pick. That's a good pick.
I love watching him golf. He is a great personality. He's always smiling, and he just seems like he's having a great time. He's an Air Jordan rep, so he's always got the drip.
I've watched a couple of YouTube videos with him in them, and he's a really fun personality.
He is. He's a really fun personality. He's like I said, he's always smiling. He's always having a great time. He seems like the nicest person on earth. I would love to golf with him.
For sure.
He would be one of my top 5 if I had a choice to golf with anyone on the PGA Tour. He would be one of the guys that I would choose. Just according to Wikipedia, his nickname is HV3, so that's amazing. That's what?
Badass.
So that's what I'm saying. So I would love to see Harold Varner.
You think he has that on his Jordans?
He might.
You gotta.
He should if he doesn't.
Gotta.
He should if he doesn't.
Absolutely, he should. I don't know. I don't know if that's something that won't get past MJ though, because like he's kind of competitive in that sense. But
I don't know. But he's like one of my low key favorites that I pay attention to like frequently, and I would like to see him get a win.
Right on. And then a follow-up question to that for question number 2: would you want them to win some lower tier tournament or a major?
Major.
Hands down. I if these guys are gonna win. Is it probably going to be on a lower tier tournament? Yes.
Yeah.
Would it be badass if it was a major? Abso-freaking-lutely.
The only exception would be Pebble Beach.
Or the People's Open.
Yes, or Waste Management.
Yeah.
One of those two. Those ones I'm fine with as far as a normal tournament goes. But otherwise, I would like to see it be a major.
You want to know what? If I'm actually going to compare the Waste Management to a major for these guys, I kind of want Harry Higgs winning at the People's Open.
That would be
he would
chaos.
Thrive with that.
The place would be burnt to the ground. If
it would be because it would just be a frat party.
Yes.
Look at him. I mean, he looks like a frat president.
Yeah,
he really does. And the man puts down beers like it's his job.
Yeah.
Like, let's have this dude win the People's Open. That's like the perfect tournament for him to win.
I'm about it.
So actually, I'm going to amend my answer just specifically for
Harry Higgs.
The Harry Higgs Waste Management win. That I need that. I actually
fair.
need that more than a major. Though a major would be cool. We could do
I'm
that
sticking
too.
I'm sticking with Harold Varner. I'd love to see him win the Masters as his first win.
That would be
fantastic.
very cool. That would be very cool. Or the US Open. I would like to see him win the US Open.
I would like to see him put on the green jacket though, so
that's such a cool thing, man. The green jacket.
Yeah. I can't imagine your first win being the Masters. Like that's got to be the most unreal feeling in the world. Like if Will had won,
oh my gosh, could you imagine?
Like I don't know how do you react with that as a person. Like your first win on tour is one of the biggest tournaments ever. Like
literally people that don't watch golf
know what the Masters is. And you won it, and it was your first. So yeah,
that's incredible.
That's what
that would be incredible. Our final question for the two-man scramble.
I do have one more.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
Okay. All righty. So not the final one yet. Would you rather win a scramble, but you do nothing for your team almost, basically you're being carried, or would you rather play well, basically be the carrier of your team, but lose?
It's a tough question.
It's such a tough question.
Because I hate losing, but I also hate playing bad.
Exactly. Yes.
I guess it would depend on if we're just out for like a normal Saturday round and we're like, yo, let's play match play.
Mm-hmm.
Play a little scramble or whatever.
Right.
And my squad loses, but I play really well. I'm thinking I'm going to take that because it doesn't mean anything.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're in an actual tournament where it matters, I'm going to take the win because I'd rather have the win. But if you're just out on a round with your boys on Sunday and you're like, let's play